I got a question. Why do people use naked children with bows shooting arrows at adults to represent love and lovemaking? This is something I need an answer to. Now later on in the video, I'll be talking about Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears, along with a few other people. But for now, I just want y'all to pay attention to these lyrics. You may be young, but you're ready. Ready to learn. You're not a little girl, you're a woman. Take my hand and let me tell you, baby. Yeah, y'all hear that, right? Then at the end of the song it say, you're a big girl now. You're no more daddy's little girl. And that's all during the song. He's saying things that, educating her to what it takes to be a woman instead of a little girl. Yep, 3 million people supported that. Backstage, underage, adolescent, how you doing? Fine, she replied. I sighed. I like to do the wild thing. Action took place, kinda wet. Don't forget the J, the I, the M, the Y. I need a body bag. Yep, and that was Biv Devoe. 4.1 million people supported that album. So you see, it already was in the music. So I guess with the success of it being in the music, they just crossed it over. Let's see what would happen if we put it on the television. So a reporter by the name of Smh Patterson from People magazine reported that they have court documents that was filed with the California Superior Court for Los Angeles County in 2013. The documents are about Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears being sued by someone listed as Jane Doe. And she was a female that was 14 years old at that time that the documents was filed with the courts. Evidently, the case kept getting dropped by attorneys for several years because her claims were without merit, according to Tiffany Haddish's attorney. Tiffany Haddish attorney, his name is Andrew Bretler. And Bretler is the man or the attorney that defended Prince Andrew, who was the Duke of York and a member of the British royal family. He resigned from all royal duties in 2020 and faced a court lawsuit dated September 13, 2021. Now in that case, he was accused of raping a teenage female. Andrew Bretler negotiated a settlement, and that's how that case got resolved. So this is the man that will now be representing Tiffany Haddish in her lawsuit. So now we fast forward to September 2022, and the girl Jane Doe is now grown, so she filed her own lawsuit along with a John Doe, who is her brother. And they allege that Tiffany in 2013 groomed them to do sexual acts that traumatized them for life. One of the acts included having them watch an older man and woman doing sexual activities so that she can have an idea of what's expected of her in the scenes, even down to the moans that were being made in the scenes. John Doe alleges that he was molested by Ari Spears in 2014 after Tiffany Haddish told him he'd be doing something for Nickelodeon at Ari Spears' house. Allegedly, while at the house, Tiffany took Jane Doe with her and left John Doe with Ari Spears, who then began molesting the 7-year-old boy on film. The boy said that they gave him a drink that made him sleepy, some happy candy, and then they also paid him with $100. Jane Doe also received $100. The footage of the scene was uploaded in 2014 on a website called www.funnyordie.com. But that footage was taken down from the public's view. And when the parents who weren't present at the filming asked to see the footage, Ari Spears told them that the footage had been deleted. People magazine said the show Funny or Die released a statement saying that they found the video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. They said they had nothing at all to do with the skit and that their skit was uploaded as a video onto their server. In 2018, they immediately removed it. And for a more detailed version of this story, just Google thedailybeast.com Tiffany Ari, and you will find out more in detail for yourself. Now, Ari Spears denies those claims, so let's listen to what he has to say.
Listen, obviously for legal reasons, I really can't talk about anything at this time, but I just more or less want to say to all the loyal listeners, thank you guys for your support and for your love. Listen, this is an extortion case. This is a shakedown. We won't be shaken down.
You got a few celebrities that's out there trying to speak up for Tiffany and Ari. One of them is Charlamagne from the Breakfast Club, and then you got the Brat, who started out defending them. But let's see what she had to say.
I'm with you, Brat. I don't believe it.
They trying to tarnish their image for some reason. Yeah. I can't see Tiffany Haddish can't even see Ari Spears doing something like this. They know what they have to lose. This is crazy. I hope that I'm right, that this is some crazy blogger with no life and just wants some attention, and this is going to go away, because this is absolutely insane. Why would they lose their careers and risk it all?
Now, once she saw that video, she flipped. This is what she had to say.
Y'all, Friday, we heard about the Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears allegations. And when I talked about it Friday, I was hoping that it wasn't true. It was just somebody trying to just, make things hard for Ari Spears after he dogged Lizzo, because we love Lizzo and we didn't appreciate what he said. So I felt like somebody was possibly digging up dirt on him. Well, unfortunately, I saw this tape. Did y'all see the video?
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible. It was bad.
Not funny at all.
It was not funny at all. It was horrible. It was the worst. And I was like, oh my God.
As a comedian,
why?
Or whatever, like if somebody else wrote that and put that together, like, I'm not finna do that.
I'm not finna do that. And I do not condone any type of child endangerment, child pornography. This was disgusting.
Disgusting. That's the best way to describe that situation. And then we move on to a show called Ms. Pat. Now, this show I love watching. It's almost like looking into a looking glass of what really go on in the hood and how, what things people really want to say to their kids and things like that. But it got its comedy tossed in there. My reason for mentioning this show is because on season 2, episode 5, that aired August 10th, 2022, the actor named Theodore Barnes, who started his career at the age of 11, he plays the role of Miss Pat's youngest son. His character is the age of 14 years old and in high school. Now, at one point in the episode, he has to sleep with his grandfather, who he has just met, and they sleep on the couch. And while they're under the covers sleeping, the grandfather who was the actor Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, he begins moaning and groaning and act like he's having sex with someone in his dreams. You know, like he having a wet dream and stuff, going through the motions. And the 14-year-old grandson jumps up and grabs his covers and tries to find somewhere else to sleep. Now my question is, why would someone find it as being funny to have a grown man having a wet dream while a 14-year-old is sleeping with him? Now, why would they put something like that in the show, a scene like that, and think that that's supposed to be something funny for us to look at? Then I thought about that movie Precious, and in that movie, it's about a mother who's literally making her daughter in high school perform sexual acts on her. Now the Denver Post did an interview with Monique, and they posted it. But what I found interesting was one person's name. This person's name popped up. He was the director of this, and he's the executive producer for the Ms Pat Show. So somehow, some way, he's involved in scenes or in the background or funding things that have to do with these kids and adults on a sexual level, some kind of way. The man's name is Lee Daniels. That's the dude that owed Dame Dash $1 million, and he was dipping on him. So Dame ended up going to the awards, and he approached that man at the award show and embarrassed him out there in front of everybody in the audience, trying to get his $1 million up off him. So then I got to thinking about what's going on, and then that whole Kevin Hart interview with Diddy and Usher popped up in my head. So y'all listen to this and tell me what you think in the comments.
Like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I just fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and damn, pause, but like just I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this with me.
Then, after that, I thought about Raz B when he was saying what happened to him with Chris Stokes. What y'all think about this?
What Boog? I mean, me and Boog was in the room together. Chris Stokes put us in the room together and made us do stuff together. You feel me? Me and Jarrell Houston. So it's like I've been protecting people for a long time. I have nothing to lose. I have no one to fear. And it's tacky. And I don't give a fuck about B2K. Fuck B2K. You know what I'm saying? I am B2K. And if shit ever gonna get right, niggas gonna have to come clean. Cause you're not gonna live. You're not gonna sweep anything under the rug. I was molested by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston, and that's the truth. Period.
Now this type of behavior is going on and on and on and on. Countless occasions, countless things that have happened over the years. So, you know, I remember them declaring a war on drugs. My question is, when are they going to declare war on pedophilia? That's what I want to know. When they going to declare that war? So my question is this the new narrative that's ever so slowly being fed to us as a part of social acceptance? I I mean, when does the insanity stop? We still haven't heard anything about Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile island, where all those celebrities and rich people was allegedly flying in to have sex with those minors. The plane that landed on the island kept records of all its passengers, and that list is all over the internet if anybody wanna just Google it for themselves. And then there's Pizzagate, then there was the whole Michael Jackson thing that went on, then there's the R. Kelly situation, and the list goes on and on and on. I can remember when being a homosexual would ruin careers and people's lives. Every church associated it with sin. The media, little by little, began speaking more and more on it until now in 2022, every show has a homosexual scene in it. So I ask again, is this the new narrative that's ever so slowly being fed to us as a part of social acceptance? Leave your comments below. This is getting to be very, very interesting. Tell me what you think.